When one of the most important rappers ever said that hip-hop was aspirational since it began, he certainly was not joking. Many artists have grown large fortunes that will surprise you even if you follow the scene. You may place your bet on who is the wealthiest and who is in the second place. Their figures will really take you by surprise. You're about to meet the top 10 hip-hop millionaires. 10. Ice Cube. His fortune is estimated at USD 140 million, though he is a founding member of the mythic NWA group and is considered the father of the gangsta rap subgenre. Most of Cube's money comes from acting. You may remember him from the 1997 film Anaconda, but he's been involved in several movies, including porn, either as an actor or as a producer. Born in 1969, he's been around for about 30 years and has a large discography, which certainly contributes to his pocket, apart from being an iconic figure for the hip-hop movement. 9. Lil Wayne. The artist's fortune is estimated at around USD 147 million. It may not seem a big deal compared to the rest, but this is mainly because Wayne benefits almost exclusively from a big share of his own concert revenues. He was the founder of Young Money record label back in 2005, which was in turn a branch of Cash Money, a record label with great prestige, which Wayne contributed forging by signing many successful rappers over the years, such as Nicki Minaj and Drake, among others. At the end of 2014, he issued a statement revealing a tense relationship with his business partners, the Williams brothers, fueled by many artistic differences, including the delay in releasing Wayne's already finished album, The Carter V. This controversy influenced Wayne's self-released album, Sorry for the Wait 2. In January 2015, Wayne filed a USD $51 million lawsuit, and after 4 years of legal battle, they came to a settlement, which granted Wayne full control of Young Money Records. His former business partner, also known as Birdman, filed a lawsuit himself against Jay-Z Tidal Service over Wayne's Free Weezy album rights after its release, and was even accused of conspiring along with Young Thug to murder Wayne in a shooting. 8. Ronald Slim Williams. He is the brother of Birdman and co-founder of Cash Money Records. His fortune is around USD $170 million. In September 2012, Ronald made headlines when he purchased the largest home in South Florida for $7.15 million. Incredibly, he paid 100% cash for the property, located within an ultra-exclusive Fort Lauderdale gated community. Most of Ronald's cash comes from the label, which took off after signing a great deal with Universal Music. In total, the deal was worth a mind-boggling USD $30 million. Between 2001 and 2003 alone, the label sold over 10 million albums worldwide, thanks to artists like Big Timers, Lil Wayne, Hot Boy, and more. 7. Eminem. With Dr. Dre as his mentor, Eminem built a slow but sure road to fame as a rapper after releasing his album, The Slim Shady LP, in 1999. Initially criticized in his early days and reputed as a transgressor for his works, he was resilient enough to stand his ground in an environment quite uncommon for white people, and therefore is considered an important contributor to popularize the genre between white audiences and breaking the racial barrier. With 8 of his albums reaching #1 in Billboard's chart and massive record sales, he has definitely become a referent. He has investments in the online store StockX and the musical encyclopedia site Genius.com. His fortune is estimated at USD $209 million. 6. Master P. Percy Robert Miller is the real name of this rapper that was a professional basketball player for the Charlotte Hornets and Toronto Raptors, apart from being a producer and actor. In fact, Miller has his own basketball league, Global Mixed Gender Basketball, GMGB. He is the founder of No Limit record label, and he even opened his own record store in Richmond, California. Master P is one of the first rappers to build a business and financial empire by investing in a wide range of business and investment ventures from a variety of industries. He founded Better Black Television, a cable television network. His real estate investment and property management company, the New Orleans-based PM Properties, controls over 100 properties across the United States. Diversification seems to be the key for this rapper's wealth, considered to be around USD $230 million. 5. Drake. This young Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, executive producer, actor, and entrepreneur is associated with the name of Lil Wayne since the old Young Money days. Both Drake and Nicki Minaj left Cash Money back when the conflict started to work with Wayne. His income has increased rapidly over the past year and is based on successful touring, real estate investments, and his residency at XS Nightclub in Las Vegas. This is just a part of it. He has developed several ventures such as his Virginia Black whiskey brand, an exclusivity deal as an artist with Apple, and also the development of OVO Sound radio station. He founded his own record label, OVO Sound, in 2012 and is the global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors. He also dated Rihanna on and off since 2009. His net worth was around USD 150 million in 2009, according to Forbes, but is considered to have grown up to USD 250 million. 4. Sean Combs. Also known by the stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Puffy, or Diddy, was born in 1969. His career started working for Uptown Records back in the 80s. A few years after, in 1993, he started his own record label and edited No Way Out, his first work as a rapper, in 1997, with great success. But like many others in this ranking, he is also a songwriter, producer, actor, and entrepreneur. He started the clothing line Sean John, which was part of controversy for its questionable working conditions in Honduras. When Diddy was noticed about this, he took action and eventually managed to mend the issues. In 2008, he added a perfume by the name of I Am King to his clothing line, which he dedicated to Obama, Muhammad Ali, and Martin Luther King, among other prominent black men. He owns Combs Enterprises, an umbrella manufacturing company, and was involved in other ventures like his 2 restaurants, named Justin's after his son. Both of them are now closed, and the development of the Ciroc vodka brand. He has a big stake of the broadcast company Revolt TV and has partnered with Mark Wahlberg and the tycoon Ronald Burkle, who in the past invested several million in Diddy's clothing line, to purchase a majority holding in Aqua Hydrate, a calorie-free beverage for athletes. Also, he is the designer of Dallas Mavericks' alternate jersey. He stands at about USD $780 million. 3. Dr. Dre. Dre is a living legend of this scene with a vast career that started in the mid-'80s. He was a part of several hip-hop milestones and rose to fame with NWA. He is known as the genre's super producer and is responsible for record companies such as Death Row Records and Aftermath Entertainment. He launched Eminem and 50 Cent as rappers in the late 90s and continued to work later on with Kendrick Lamar and Exhibit, among other artists. His biggest business deal came in 2014 when his Dr. Dre Beats headphones line was sold to Apple in nothing less than USD $3 billion. Owning a percentage of the company, estimations of his earnings were made in $2.6 billion. He then claimed publicly to be the first hip-hop billionaire. But according to Forbes, he was involved in a massive debt cancellation that took a lot of that money and left him with roughly $500 million. Currently, Dre's net worth was considered to be around USD $800 million in 2018, so he may join the club soon next time you check. 2. Kanye West. Kanye West is without a doubt a money-making machine. After gaining experience producing songs for artists like Jay-Z, Ludacris, or Alicia Keys back in the early 2000s, he launched his own career as well as he founded his own record label, Good Music. Married with Kim Kardashian, Kanye is also a fashion designer and worked with top brands as Nike and Louis Vuitton and APC. He ranks really high when it comes to record sales, and he is one of the most awarded artists ever with 21 Grammy Awards. A considerable part of his assets come from real estate and land titles. After coveting it for a while, he was recognized as the world's second person to achieve hip-hop star billionaire status in May 2020 by Forbes magazine, valued at USD $1.3 billion. However, as in many other cases, West claims that Forbes did not do the math correctly and that his net worth is around $3.3 billion. In order to integrate the list, you need to inform Forbes about your financial status, but the magazine always does an independent investigation. Kanye's share in Yeezy trainers is probably the main reason for his recent wealth growth. 1. Jay-Z. Acknowledged as a billion owner since June 2019, Jay-Z is our top hip-hop star if we talk about achieving the American dream. And this is exactly how many of his peers have said about him. He has defined himself as the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and bragged in the recent past about becoming a billionaire soon. Nowadays, it is still unclear if he is wealthier than Kanye or not, but that seems to be the case, at least according to Forbes in 2019. The magazine suggested that the wealth of his wife, the artist Beyoncé, should also be taken into consideration, and estimates both together at about 1.4 USD billion. This may be one of the reasons why Kanye is calculating even bigger numbers after joining the club in May 2020 with a really close 1.3 by Forbes. What is totally clear is that he was declared a billionaire first. For those of you who do not know other than his artistic roles, he is also reputed as a very successful businessman independently from his musical career. He founded the luxury sports bar chain 4040 Club and the clothing retailer Roca Wear, and currently owns the Tidal Music platform, in addition to other ventures. Amazingly enough, he has won 22 Grammy Awards and holds the record for the most #1 albums by a solo artist on the Billboard 200, with 14. Also born in 1969 as Ice Cube, we could say he's been around for a while, having walked a long path made of great hits which often featured artists like Justin Timberlake, Rihanna, or his current wife. His income from music production must be a really serious thing. However, not everything was always so bright. Back in 2000, he pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and accepted a 3-year probation sentence after stabbing an associate over a disagreement. JD has stated his regrets for losing control despite other people and his own integrity, and has vowed for not being in that situation ever again, even more taking into consideration that a lot of people depend on him doing his job. Later on, he became involved in philanthropic activities, like helping the Katrina hurricane victims, organizing a lot of charity concerts for Africa and other causes, and was involved in a UN program for water shortage combat, which led him to meet Kofi Annan. These stories appear to express that the American dream, although difficult, is still possible. With most of these rappers growing up in violent environments with tough chances for personal realization, these stars have striven to prove that it is almost always possible to do something to stand up for yourself, and sometimes you can even get to the top if you're hungry, bold, and smart enough. Did you suspect a hip-hop star could be a billionaire? What about Kanye's fortune? Do you think it's as big as he claims? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell for upcoming exciting videos.